quiet down. Quiet in the back. It's time to tap into fantasy. Welcome to Tap Into Fantasy, the podcast with a professional fantasy mind and an amateur beer palate. I'm Lance Gandy. You can find me on X at LG_fantasy. Let's raise a glass, you beautiful people. May the best drafts of your past be the worst of your future. Let's tap in. Please do me and the podcast a huge favor and rate and review it on whatever platform you're listening. It helps me reach new listeners who want to be good at fantasy football and good at drinking. Okay, it's time for the opening draft where I open a beer I usually haven't tried and sit throughout the episode. If you want to get a certain beer on the show super badly, just email me at tapintofantasy@gmail.com. The best explanations will be chosen and I'll shout you out on the show. Then I'll rank each one on the big beer board on the website. Okay, so last episode, I tried the Delirium Tremens. So it's the fourth beer I've tried, and I ranked it fourth behind the YN Corbinian. I gave it a poor score of Thursday night slog game beer. Like, if you see a Thursday night game during the season, that could turn out basically the opposite of a barn burner. Stock up. Okay, so I'll be your best friend if you could follow me on Untapped. The name is Tap Into Fantasy. If you want to be beer bros with me forever. Heart, friends. Okay, so this episode, I'm opening a Hop and Sting Christmas Cookie Ale. It's the first beer that isn't some, like, world-renowned ecstasy of liquid. So I live near Dallas, Texas, so this brewery is local to me. This is a holiday spice beer with a rating of 3.74 on Untapped. The lowest rated beer I've had so far, but still above average. It's pretty normal ABV at 5%. We're going to find out if this actually tastes like cookies, because if they can successfully combine beer and cookies, my life will be complete. I'm a bit skeptical, though. Untapped says this is an English ale with cinnamon, vanilla, and maple. So it sounds like it's not like a bomb crumble cookie. It's more like one of the sad Christmas cookies your kids decorate at school. At least that's what it sounds like to me. That's first thought. So let's do one of my favorite segments and read some funny Untapped reviews. Okay, the first one. Very feisty Christmas ale. A lot escaped the glass. Many Christmas spices in this one. Look, in the picture to the review, I am 95% sure that it was Santa. And Santa calling this a feisty Christmas ale is something I didn't know I needed, but now I'm hyped for this beer. Okay, next review. Stupid washing machine, stupid plumbing. So he posted this review with a picture of some sort of washing machine part and his bloody, dirty fingers. He also rated the beer a 3.5. Like, was he lost? Was he drunk? Did this cookie beer help him get over his frustration with the stupid washing machine? We may never know. All right, well, let's pour this thing and see if Hop and Sting are lying liars about this cookie business. I have my Community Beer Co. Oktoberfest Stein that we're pouring this into. And here is the Christmas cookie ale. The can's fun. We'll see if the beer is as fun as it. Getting a good amount of head on this. Wow, I say good amount of head. It's like 90% head. That was either just a super bad pour or it's just very fizzy. Let's keep going with it. I'm trying to pour slow, but not going well right now. Yeah, we're getting there. It's about 50% head now. I don't want to sip it until that clears up a little bit. Let's smell it. It smells like beer. It does. What a surprise. I'm going to try to pour the rest. All right, it's looking okay now. I would normally take a sip with this amount of head in it anyway, but I'm afraid I'm going to do like the whole Belgian dip thing and just have like this huge thing all over my nose, and people on YouTube don't want to see that, so I'm going to wait a second. This better be just a full representation of cookie in a beer. Okay, I think it's ready. Let's do this. Okay, a little disappointed in this cookie talk. Very little cookie in this. The cinnamon hits pretty subtly, and then I get a bit of sad cookie at the end. It's definitely drinkable, yeah, but the cookie comparisons got out of hand. It basically tastes like a blonde ale with some gingerbread flavor. Okay, this reminds me of something actually. So, a little bit of story time. So, my wife and I were engaged at Community Brewery in Dallas. Actually, this Stein is of Community. So it was actually at their old location. They've moved to a bigger place since then, but she loves the funnel cake ale from Community, and I really like it too. So now we're very obviously biased because it's a special place to us, but I think I like that beer and their Snickerdoodle ale a little better than this one. They're very similar, sort of sweet, spiced ales, but I like the flavor on those two a little better than this one. I could still see this one going pretty well with a Cowboys game on Christmas, though. Like, the Cowboys disappoint you, this beer doesn't as much. Decent balance, you know? More sit with no head on it. Yeah, it's drinkable. Okay, well, let's go over a few things before all the fantasy talk. Please go check out the website at tapintofantasy.com. I've changed the rankings on the site up a bit. I'm just going to have one Google Sheet with all of my rankings in PPR, half PPR, and standard scoring. It's sort of a draft companion, so I think you'll really like it if you use it during your drafts. It has strength of schedule, tiers, a little write-up for every player ranked, so you can use those rankings alongside your redraft drafts or even your best ball drafts to see who I like better than the market also. And you can use the half PPR on Underdog, the PPR on DraftKings. Okay, I want to let you know that this episode is powered by Dubby Energy. I've been using Dubby for a few months now when I need that little boost in the afternoon, or if I had one too many saisons and I need help for my hangover. It's clean energy, so you feel good about drinking it too. Use promo code TAPINTOFANTASY for 10% off at checkout. Happy pours, happy scores. Okay, so let's get into our main topic this episode. The tight ends I love for 2025, and I might just do a bonus one. I'm fading. You never know. We'll see. So let's drink some not cookie beer before we dig in. Yeah, it's just super subtle gingerbread, kind of blonde ale. That's really what it is. Okay, so first tight end. George Kittle is basically the porn star of fantasy tight ends. He's explosive, entertaining, and every time he shows up, it turns into a highlight reel. Look, there's a big three at tight end this year: Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, and George Kittle. They all have about the same chance to be the top tight end this year. Kittle edged out both last year, and he's now going as tight end 3 in drafts. Look, I don't even mind him going as tight end 3, but he's going a full round after the tight end 2 Trey McBride. That's too big a gap. Like, Deebo Samuel, no longer on the team to eat up targets, and the wide receiver room is quietly a mess. Juwan Jennings wants a new deal or to be traded. Brandon Ayuk is coming off a major injury and maybe put on the PUP list. And Ricky Pearsall is already on the pup right now because of a hamstring injury. Where will The Rock go with all this uncertainty? Right into the voluptuous hands of Kittle. He again was PFF's highest rated tight end, and he's been top 3 every year since 2018. Like, here are his tight end finishes and points per game since 2018. 3, 1, 3, 4, 2, 6, 1. He now has arguably the least amount of target competition he's ever had. The 49ers brought in Luke Farrell in the offseason to muck it up as a blocking tight end, so Kittle can do what he does best: run routes, catch balls, break tackles. Like, he only had an 84% route participation last year, still finished as tight end 1. Expect that to go up in 2025. He's the last elite tight end, so make sure you gobble him up at his current cost. Kittle would want me to drink in his honor, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, next tight end. So it seems like this guy is getting forgotten after an injury-filled 2024, but Dallas Goedert should be going as a tight end 1. He's currently tight end 15 on ESPN and DraftKings. He's finished as a tight end 1 in points per game every year since 2019. Philly passed the ball ridiculous 448 times last year, last by a mile. Now, don't get me wrong, they'll still be run heavy in 2025, but they should be a lot closer or even go higher than 500 attempts this year. They have an extremely hard schedule, so they won't just be able to just run out leads this year. That means the big three, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Goddard, will all be better as they actually have to try for a whole 4 quarters every game. Like, there's no third receiver that commands targets, so Goddard should be able to slip into the top 12. He also has a ton of contingent upside, so if Brown or Smith get injured, he could easily be a top 5 option at the position. I understand that drafting Goddard is as boring as plain oatmeal, but it keeps you regular and wins you weeks. Okay, because I enjoy you and I'm not done with the non-cookie ale, I'll throw in a bonus fade at the position after this sip. Okay, Tyler Warren is going as tight end 9 on DraftKings right now and 13 on ESPN. I don't understand that ranking with the slop that is the Colts offense this year. Look, whether it's Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson, they're going to try to run the crap out of the ball. They're projected to throw the ball 490 times, and that's split between a lot of pass catchers like Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Adonai Mitchell, Alec Pierce. It's going to be also a miracle if they throw for more than 16 touchdowns this year. Not only that, but the hit rate on rookie tight ends is no bueno. He's not on Brock Bowers' talent level, and he doesn't have the all-world team that Sam Laporta had his rookie year. Do you want to know how many catches the leading Colts tight end had last year? Kylan Granson had 14. Do you want to know how many catches the leading Giants tight end had last year with Daniel Jones? 29 by Theo Johnson. Like, what is the upside here? I only see downside, and I only see you pulling your hair out watching Daniel Jones getting sacked again or Anthony Richardson overthrowing him by 36 yards. Keep your sanity and don't draft him. Okay, so I hope you got something useful out of this tight end breakdown. This Christmas cookie ale is going down as number 5. It was very disappointing with very little cookie taste. It is definitely drinkable. I could see it being nice, watching the Cowboys on Christmas, like I said, just watching them disappoint you and watching the cookie ale also disappoint you with no cookie. But yeah, I mean, I would have another one. Okay, but that's going to do it for this episode of Tap Into Fantasy. If you liked what you heard, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the show find other degenerates like you. Hit me up on X at LG_fantasy. Thanks for tapping in. And until next time, happy pours, happy scores.